Hello everyone! In this video, we are going to present the main component of our curriculum design for a TOEFL course at UTEC. This curriculum aims to structure a course to prepare the students for the TOEFL test so that they can approve it at any of the following three stages: during their studies of the 5th year in the major, during their studies at the pre-specialization level, or after completing their pre-specialization studies. This project has been born as part of an initiative in the subject Curriculum Design, which is an ultimate subject in the Bachelor of Arts in English at UTEC at the 5th year. The development of this course will be through a student-centered methodology. So after the students reviewing and practicing on each section of the TOEFL test, they will have to apply what they have learned in a TOEFL test practice, putting on exercise not only their knowledge, but also the test-taking strategies. As a group, we consider it important to design this curriculum, given that the TOEFL test is a graduation requirement asked by MINED for all English language students. It is of utmost importance to design a TOEFL test preparation course that responds to the true needs of the students by utilizing the available human and teaching resources to their maximum.
The background is focused on the students because since 1990 the students have been struggling with the TOEFL test because of that at that time there was a little or nothing awareness about the TOEFL test. Nowadays, the UTEC School of Languages have evaluated the circumstances that cause struggles with the TOEFL test, so the students are more aware about the importance of the test. But the reality is that the preparation is still not enough, and most of the students don't approve the test the first time or in many attempts that they try. And the lack of courses in the career syllabus to reinforce them is a deficiency in the students' preparation. Now we will move on to the objectives. General objective: to design a TOEFL test preparation course for the students enrolled in the 5th year of the English language major, the pre-specialization level, or with the pre-specialization course completed at UTEC School of Languages, aiming to increase the number of approved students in this test. Specific objectives: to structure into development of the whole course on the basis of the educational theory or discovery learning in order to actively engage students in their preparation process for the TOEFL test. To base the course's lessons, content, and material on the students' needs and environment so that their learning process can respond to their necessity of approving the test. To sequence the course's lessons in a manner that motivates the students to actively learn the test-taking techniques required to solve the TOEFL test so that the learners can be prepared to take the exam. To specify the profile of the desired teacher that must be engaged in the instruction of the students through pedagogical principles so the student can have an enhanced learning process to the highest level possible. Now we will move on to the content.
Our content is based on a mixture of Logman and Heitman TOEFL course, and inside of the content we include different topics for the 3 sections of the paper-based test. And the first one is listening comprehension, the second one is structure and reading expression, and the third one, reading comprehension. And these sections will be developed approximately in 16 weeks. And for each of them, students will acquire different strategies and vocabulary to approve the test. The development of the content starts with a diagnostic test to measure students' level and which are their strengths and weaknesses. in order to apply an effective methodology to reach the course objectives. Furthermore, at the end of each section, students will have a practice test to apply the strategies that they are learning through the course. And even though students are forming academically, we consider so important to include values in the content to develop a meaningful teaching-learning process.
The methodology that is going to be used throughout this course is going to be the student-centered methodology course. Hence, this course will be divided into three parts, reflecting the three main sections of the paper-based test: listening comprehension, structure and written expression, and reading comprehension. Each of these sections consists of the following components: a diagnostic test, an introduction containing basic strategies for that section of the test, a full-length sample test to give you a feel for each part of the test and to provide a basis for understanding the lessons, an introduction to each subsection of the test with specific tactics for approaching the items in each portion of the test, lessons that break down the knowledge and skills needed for each part of the test into comprehensible bits of information. If the students come from a variety of language backgrounds, the diagnostic test may indicate different areas of strength and weakness for different students. It is also important to carefully cover the introductory material to each section. Students should also be encouraged to refer to the appendices for special help in their areas of weaknesses. The section 1 is the listening comprehension. This exercise and test is a part of the course are intended to be used with the audios that accompany the guide. The section 2 is the structure and written expression, and the section 3 the reading and comprehension.
Assessment. This curriculum design considers its assessment procedure as intended to the concrete development of students' TOEFL competencies. Thus, the main type of assessment of this course will be the complete practice TOEFL test, which is noticeable on the project assessment that has been presented on the content and sequencing segment. The TOEFL is designed to test the ability to understand standard North American English. This test consists of different types of multiple choice questions that is given to a large number of people at the same time. It's graded by a computer and it is timed. It is worth mentioning that an examination is meant to test a person's knowledge or skills in a particular area. But sometimes two people with the same knowledge may not receive the same score on an exam. That's where test-taking strategy work and lead to highest scores. Basically, after reviewing and practicing on each section of the TOEFL test, the student will have to apply what they have learned in a TOEFL test practice, putting in practice not only their knowledge, but also the test-taking strategies. So that's it. Thanks for being here, and thanks for paying attention.